We're at Cackle Fisheries today. There's £30 carp in this lake, a few smaller species like other species like perch, bream, etc. Just been told they've recently stocked catfish up to £80 in this lake, which they weren't here when I was here last time, so not particularly targeting catfish, but if they pick up the bait then it'll be a bonus because I've never caught catfish before.
It's my first time here. I've got the rod set, Matt's been here before. Just going to take some advice from him. Hopefully we'll catch one today, so we'll be able to get back to you in a little while.
Right, I'm fishing 3 rods today. Third rod I'm going to use as method feeder, purely because I was fishing here last year and my mate had his personal best on the method feeder, so it was only £10, but still. So right, I'm starting off with this halibut Nash Frenzy method mix. I've stuck about 750 grams. I'm just sort of estimating as it's a 2 kilo bag. I got some of the sticky method pellet from Nash as well. Mix them all into one bucket and it looks like that. I'm just gonna give that a stir as it is. Not added no water or nothing yet. Just mix up the pellets. I might stick a bit more pellet in that. There we go. There we go, mix that up a bit. Looks really nice. It's same colour, everything, same. Yeah, smells really nice. Right. Got that. Right, now what I'm going to do is slowly add a bit of water. Just mix all that up. I'm not afraid to get my hands messy. Just right round. Yep, there we go. A bit more. Still keep the water going slowly in there because you don't want to chuck it all in at once because it'll make big clumps and you might put too much in. And then gradually it will start getting better, but as I'm adding the water I'm going to keep, rather than right at the end, I'm going to keep adding some of this Nash Frenzy Scopex squid. Adding that smells really nice. Yeah, right. Nice spread around it. That'll help get the right consistency as well. There we go. But as you can see now, it's starting to form together a bit. Just keep going. Make sure you get your fingers right into the corners of the bucket. As you can see now, it's starting to form up a bit. Right. A bit more water. So this stage where you start adding a little less as you do it. Right into the corners again, picking it all up. As you can see, look, if you squeeze that together, look, it's a nice consistency. I'm just going to add the last dose in of the flavouring because I had a bit more attractant. Just spray that all around in there. There you go. All these ingredients I bought at the carp show for just £10, and you got 2 packs of soft hooker pellets as well. Absolute bargain. Right, there we go. Right, so I think it's at the stage now where I mould it onto the method feeder. grab a meth feeder. Right, here, I've got on the Nash, I think this is crab and Scopex or something, soft hook pellets. I've just got that in the end of a hair rig with a size 12 hook, just trying to scale down everything as it's still cold at the moment. Just got an inline lead swivel at the end, inline meth feeder, sorry. So if I add a bit onto there first, squeeze that. Squeeze that nicely. Just a bit on there. I'm going to introduce the hook bait onto it. I'm going to mould that around it as well. Squeezing that up nicely. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm squeezing that up nicely. And then what you've got to make sure with the meth feed is that you cast the exact same place every time to get a nice spread of the method mix in the same place. So there we go. That's how to make up the method mix.
I'm using a few different pop-ups today on this lake. Obviously it's a new venue for me. I want a wide different variety of pop-ups. I was trying to get used to the lake, so first of all I'm using at the minute is Blake's Bait's creamy chocolate malt. They smell really nice and I like the quality of them. I've never heard of this company before. I've only just found out about them because I won a competition on Facebook through Carpology. I'd like to say thanks to them for picking me as the winner. These pop-ups I've been using at the minute are great. I ain't had anything on them this year, but hopefully in the future I will. I've got a small KD rig out with a shot underneath the pop-up, just so it sits above the pellet bag that I'm using, probably about that much.
Right, Lewis, just ask a few questions. When using a KD rig, do you prefer putting a shot underneath the pop-up or turning it into a snowman style with a bottom bait underneath the pop-up?
I like both, but I feel more confident using a shot under the pop-up. I think it looks better and get a better presentation.
Yeah. What size hook do you prefer on the KD rig?
If I'm using small baits like 14-15 mils, it'd be a size 8. If I'm using bigger baits, it'd be a size 6.
Nice. What about if you're using like 10 mil?
I'll go down to a size 10 or 12.
Nice.
Just try and make things more visible.
Right, you're going to talk us through the bottom baits you're using today?
The other day I rolled my own baits, Rosie Ripple. They smell really nice. Just because I want to start making my own baits and trying them, because I think I could have more success on them.
Right, just had a little run on my method rod and it feels absolute tiny, but I can see it. I think it's a bream yet. Bloody bream.
Can we not get in?
No, that's it. The method mix hasn't even come off the method yet.
Just goes to show how quick method mix can work.
No matter how big it is, still got to take care of them, even if you don't like them. So I just pour a bit of water over it. It's called tiny bream. Well, at least I haven't blanked today, so it's getting back. Right, just had this one. I thought it was a catfish at first, like, sounds stupid, but it's obviously got snagged up on the bottom and that, so I slackened off. I've got this one. Nice. That's it. Alright, just had another bream on the method. It really seems to be picking up now. Just a little one. Hopefully some more carp. Looking back at the photos of the other carp, I think it might have been a crucian, but please comment if I'm wrong. Right, getting back. Right, we're starting to run out of method mix now. We've still got a fair bit, but we've decided to stick out with the method mix all day, even though we've had a few bream and that carp, little carp, but we're going to stick with it. Lewis has just stuck a rod out on it as well. I'm just going to add a bit more anyway. So even though this says halibut pellet, like halibut method mix I mean, when you add this, it completely changes the flavour. Like, as you can see, that was a full tub, and look at it now, because every time it starts drying out a bit, we're adding this instead of water. So we're just going to carry on using that. So I'm just going to add a bit more method mix. There we go. I've added more pellet as well. Add pellet. Little 2mm pellets these are. Add those. In the method mix, you can really, if I could just give that a stir first. In the method mix, you can really see all the seeds and all that, and there's all little yellow flecks, which I think that gives a bit of an edge. So mix that up. I think we're going to add a bit of water now to this one, because I haven't got much flavouring left. Oh, a bit much. There we go. Oh, should be fine. If you ever do go too much water, then just add more method mix to get the right consistency. That is again pretty much all that water at once has sort of made it pretty much the right consistency straight away. Still going to add a bit of the flavouring just to keep it fresh and nice smelling like that, as I think if we're getting all the bait there, the fish are used to the flavouring now. So we've got not much left, but carry on stirring that round. And that, as you can see, look, just squeeze that together. You can see how good that is on the method feeder. We've only tried the soft hookers. These are the white ones, but I haven't been using these ones. We've only tried these so far, but it seems to be working. But if it goes a bit dead later, we might try a bit of fake corn or real corn or small halibut pellets. But right, this is Top Lake, Cackle Hill. Just pitch round to see whole lake. Loads of swims on this lake, absolutely loads. Just nice island. Pretty much every swim's got a wooden platform like that. Just show you where the rods are. Right, Lewis has got rod about there and the rod about there. Oh, just a beep on Lewis's method rod, which is just about there. Then I've got one about there, and then about there. So mainly fishing up to the island, and get back to you later. Right, I'm just going to get some bait out. Today I'm using the Buzzer Baits Marine 14. Got some that left in the freezer from last time I went to Orchard, so just get some out.
Right, I'm going to talk through the setup I'm using now. It's pretty simple, dead forward. I think everybody uses it now because it's quite modern. All I'm using is a long piece of tubing. I'm using that so if I'm playing a fish, land down it, rubbing up and down the fish's scales, ripping them off. This is for protection. Called a leather clip. Down to the lead I've got a 2-ounce distant caster, and the rig's dead simple as well. Simple hair rig, not too long. I'm using double buoys to try to pick out some of the bigger fish because there's quite a few small fish in here. I've got a method rod so I can try and get amongst some of the smaller fish because Matt said 3 bream and a carp, so hopefully I can pick 1 or 2 of them out. I'm just using a solid bag with ground bait. And all I'm doing is threading the PVA bags down the hook link, and it looks like that on the bottom. So I'm going to get the rod out now, so if you have anything, get back to you in a little while.
Right, I'm just going to talk through my carp setup on one of my rods. Like Lewis, I've got a long length of shrink tube in. This is to stop it rubbing up and down the fish's sides and lifting scales, and also to pin down the line right by the rig. Got a lead clip system here, but I've not pushed on the tail rubber that far, so the lead can easily eject off of it when fish pulls, or like pretty much as soon as the fish lifts it up, the lead will drop off. Then I've got a new rig I haven't tried yet, which I've seen is called the corner liner, and I've got a size 10 hook, and I tie on, I've got Calder Supernatural or something like that on this braid, and then so I tie on a grinner knot to the hook, and then thread down the shrink tube in, place that onto the end of the hook, and then create a curve like that, so that the hook point is in line with the shrink tube in, and then you thread on a bit of buoyant corn. This one's Enterprise Tackle buoyant white corn. Thread it on, but make sure the larger end of the corn is towards the point of the hook to create it more effectively. Then I've got a bit of putty there just to pin down the rig, so when it sits in the water, it sits just like that, and the hook point is almost touching the bottom of the lake. So yeah, I'm trying that today. I've got a PVA bag here made up. Usually I put the rig inside, but haven't really got any PVA bags myself today, so I'm just using Lewis's. So I just quickly tied up one, and I was going to thread it down the line, but I got a bit of putty, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook it on at the top, but not on the knot, just around it there, because that's probably still one of the strongest, and then turn it, and then just into another bit there, just like that, because I don't want it to pull the putty off of the line, off of the hook link. So that's how I've got it. Usually I put it inside, but I haven't got no PVA bags today, as I haven't really used it on this lake before, so I was just going to method feed and single hook baits, but I'm going to give this a go now.
Alright, I changed the method rod earlier, and because Matt was having a few fish, unfortunately I ain't had what I wanted, but still a fish ain't blanked. A small bream. So what I'm going to do is now get this back, get the rod back out, so we can catch a carp to show you. Hopefully the bag one I can show you later.
Alright, just had another bream, so getting on my nerves, the bream, but really want a carp now. Yeah, I don't think we've got that much long left now, so this might be the last one, but hopefully we'll have another one. See ya.
Sadly, we've come to the end of our session today. We've had a few bream each. Max has a small carp earlier. Don't matter what size it is, they all can. It's been pretty cold as well. Only one other angler caught today. There was nine of us on here.
Yeah, so like Lewis said, there was only one other angler that caught a carp out of like 9 people, so it just shows how slow it is at the moment.